Morning. Hey there. Whew. I have some things to say. Friends, it's important for us to not forget that we are in the grip of a collective trauma. That the collective trauma that we are suffering is from the pandemic and its beginnings, and how swiftly it moved, and how scary it was, and how many things were unknown. At this point, in order for us to stabilize what I feel, and maybe you feel too, I am perceiving this rolling wave of trauma that's happening, and it's filled with fear. It's filled with fear. There are a lot of people who are feeling so anxious about the coronavirus and the next waves. The most recent statistics that I've read as of this morning are that less than 1% of vaccinated people end up getting anything more than symptoms that are like a common cold. Less than 1%. That less than 20% of people who are vaccinated are getting sick at all. Let's remember that part. And then let's focus on what are the means to protect those who are unvaccinated for whatever reason, whether it's that they're children, or that they have allergies, or that they have religious beliefs, or that they have some other reason. Rather than judging, we have to think about what will be the best protection for those people. That's it. We can wish and hope that people would be able to have access to prevention all we want, but we can't force anyone to do it. So today, let's really sit with how we can shine the light of compassion and how we can share protection with those who need it as an antidote for fear. Because the fear only makes us all angry, snarling dogs in a pen. And the pen is this world. We only have this planet. We are not getting off it without each other. Elon Musk and all them, Jeff Bezos, they can build as many penis rockets as they want, and we're all still here in samsara, because samsara is not only this world. Samsara is all known worlds. Samsara is 10 million universes. Samsara is our habitual behavior of fighting like snarling dogs. So let's expand our hearts today and think about what we can do individually, what we can do to protect those most vulnerable amongst us, who right now are those with immune compromise, those who are unvaccinated, and children and elders. What can I personally do to ensure that everybody is okay? How can I myself bring the best part of myself to all that's going on? Because I don't know about you, but here in samsara, I do not personally feel like I have the luxury, the luxury of turning away loving anybody for who they are. It's a luxury to love people for who they are. So let's be luxurious in our love today. Let's be luxurious in our love today. Let's find a way to love. And let's remember that fear is contagious, but so is love, and that it would be better to spread love as the contagion than to spread fear. Inform yourself, but don't fixate. Hold all of this with an expansive, big picture view of how many successes there are and how much work has been done already to try to protect humanity, and how much goodness there's been already of people coming together in common purpose to try to protect the most vulnerable, to try to care, to try to send food, money, water, whatever's needed. Let's remember all that. Let's not forget any part of that. Isis loves all her children, every single one of us. Nehes, Nehes, Nehes. Nehesem Hotep, Nehesem Neferu, Nebet Hotepet, Webenem Hotep, Webenem Neferu, Nuchert an Ankh, Neferem Pet, Pet em Hotep, Tu em Hotep, Nuchert Satnut Satget, Merit Osar, Nuchert Asharenu, Anek Brak, Tu Aatu, Tu Aatu, Nebet Aset. Awake, 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 awake in peace. Lady of peace, rise thou in peace. Rise thou in beauty. Goddess of life, beautiful in heaven. Heaven is in peace. Earth is in peace. O goddess, daughter of Nut, daughter of Geb, beloved of Osiris, mother of Horus, goddess rich in names, all praise to you, all praise to you. I adore you, I adore you, Lady Isis. I really feel like I'm in that Isis Osiris series of mysteries, coping with several different things, not the least of which is that my father's sister, my aunt, died yesterday. As a single mother, after her husband died suddenly, and kept complete faith and devotion through it all, even though it was very hard. She was an amazing cook. She had a great laugh. All right. Today's card is the Scales of Balance, and the description is Ancient Tantra of the Soul. I got to tell you, if we get into this and it's a lot of masculine this, feminine that, I'm going to drop it and no, I'm not even reading it. I'm not even going to read it, because this is all about masculine and feminine, and I'm not interested whatsoever in any of that. There is no such thing. If you have ever, so the scales of balance I'll talk about. The scales of balance are not about masculine and feminine. They're about being whole, holy in all ways. The scales of balance in this world are about finding within ourselves the qualities that maybe we didn't even know we had, or the qualities that are untapped, or the qualities that we've been taught to deny, or the qualities and aspects of our being that we've neglected, and reviving them for the sake of creating a better self. So this might mean different things for different people. For you, it might mean, oh, I've always been, I have an avoidant attraction type, and so I don't make myself vulnerable in relationships. So for you, your homework of balance will be Find the space and the grace to develop that vulnerability and express it. Maybe for you, it's that you've always felt like, things were never good enough that you did. So then your balance point is to find one thing that you do really well and to express that as the balance of whatever is, causing you this sense of not enoughness, to fill the void within with the enoughness of who you truly already are. We are, each of us, already primordially enlightened Buddhas. Every single one of us. We're like, think about it this way. Think about how much undiscovered talent is out there. We are undiscovered talent of Buddha nature. Every single one of us is undiscovered talent of Buddha nature. And the undiscovered talent of Buddha nature within ourselves is here for us to discover. If you have a good teacher, that teacher sees that Buddha nature within you and attempts to coax it out, attempts to show you without scaring you how powerful you are, how magical you are. If you have people in your life who care about you, their job is going to be sometimes to annoy you so much, other times to support you so much that Buddha nature naturally rises from within you. Sometimes somebody annoys you and you're like, I'm mad, I don't like this, I'm upset by you. Buddha nature says, how can you find your way to restoration? You might feel like someone really supports you and really cares about you. Buddha nature says, don't become reliant. Don't hand over your nose rope. Appreciate and care and be mutual. Bring something equal to the table. We walk through this world out of balance in so many ways already. We walk through this world with imbalances in our health, our finances, our intentions, the difference between what we hope will happen or we want to happen or we try to make happen and what does happen. The balancing process is not a process of rigid control. It's a process of surfacing the unexpected in the moment. When we surface the unexpected in the moment, we provide balance because the expected is our habituation. The expected is the veneer or the veil that's covering up Buddha nature. The expected is whatever we've always done that didn't work, that covers Buddha nature. Buddha nature means being willing to do something different. So if for the past 6 months, one has been, feeling judgmental about those who are not vaccinated, Buddha nature says, I will find a way to awaken compassion for these individuals. I do not need to know why they choose not to or to judge why they can't. What I need to do is to ensure that they are safe. And ensuring that they are safe is the path to my Buddha nature. I will protect them more than I will protect my own opinion of my own opinion. I will protect others more than I will even look out for my own self-interest. Can you do it? I think you can do it. We would not be here together chanting and doing this practice and doing this work and honoring the goddess if we were incapable of this. Because the goddess, to come to the goddess is already to battle one's way through thousands of habituations of patriarchy. To come to Goddess is to already confront the paradox of living in this world and wanting there to be goodness and knowing how much badness there is. Let's allow ourselves to be the Goddess today, to be the Goddess in complete balance, who says, I'm big enough to hold all of this contradiction. I am big enough to contain everything that seems chaotic to the small. That is the Great Mother. I am allowed to be big enough to contain multitudes. That's Walt Whitman. He says, do I contradict myself? Very well, I contradict myself. I am vast and I contain multitudes. That's in Leaves of Grass. What do you need to do today to get bigger? Bigger than your own opinions, bigger than what you think you are, bigger than what your small self tells you. What do you need to do today to get bigger? Do it. Do it. Challenge yourself. Superpowers lie on the other side of this. Your superpowers, the ones that you were born with. Because stretching beyond what you think of as your small self is what shows you how big you really are. You are vast. You contain multitudes. You're allowed to sit there with somebody who's like, and this and that, and I'm so upset and whatever, and to be like, I hear you. You're allowed to sit there with somebody who is just like, I don't even want to talk about it. And to be like, I hear you. The fundamental nature of Goddess is, I hear you. I see you. I'm with you, no matter what. The loving mother abandons none of her children. I think I'm sure I have more in me today, but we've got to get to chanting. So that's the end of our short bit today. Sending you all love and grateful for the appreciation that you've expressed for this ability. Balance is to hold this duality. Has nothing to do with masculine or feminine. They don't exist. I'm the CEO of a company. I'm not masculine. It has nothing. It doesn't exist. It's an outfit. My husband cries every time they have to put a dog down at the veterinary clinic where he works. He's not feminine. He's emotionally intelligent. Be vast, authoritative, tender, wise, and kind. That is all that is. Okay, now I'm really done. I better stop because otherwise it's going to be a lecture. I've already lectured. Going to jump up and do my prostrations now. 3 of them in front of this altar. And we're going to chant. Today we're chanting for Rhiannon, who's having a serious test. And we're chanting for all of my friends who have COVID. And yours. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention today for Rhiannon, who's having an important test to rule out cancer, and for all of those people that we might know or that we don't even know yet who are suffering with COVID-19. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guanxi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations now of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, calling out to the one who non-judgmentally shares her compassion with all. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. 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 Namo Guanxi 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 Yin Pusa. And a brief wind horse practice of Tara by Patrul Rinpoche. And it's important to remember what wind horse means, Lungta. It means life force. And when we say this prayer and we get to the part where we say, Kipar Kaje Wangtang Lungtanam, it's especially may our good fortune, our Wangtang, which is like our personal magnetism and charisma and personal shine, and our wind horse, our life force. And then we say, Nyampa Sushing Chetu Gyawalong, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, and raised up when sinking down. Remember that our fear is occasionally the reason that we lose a part of our soul. A part of our soul will leave our body and go fly off and live in a tree or live in a mountain or live in a rock or go live in the river so that it doesn't have to deal with what's going on in our fear. Having a fright is a very distressing thing to the soul. So when we let ourselves get scared about what's going to happen, it actually reduces the efficacy of our lungta, our wind horse, to protect us. So let's remember to keep our wind horse right where it belongs and our soul pieces right where they belong, with courage, with determination, compassion, and protection. Lume chuksum shidang jetsunma galyum pakma drome jintuyi daki sisu pajornyan draknam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kepar kache wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushing chetu gawa long chije lekpe lamdu drowa dang sering neme dedang denjur shik. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtang and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may good health, long life, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume choksum shidang jetsunma galyum pakma drome jintuyi daki sisu pajornyan draknam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kepar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushing chetu gawa long chije lekpe lamdu drawa dang sering nime dedang denjur shik. 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, asking for Guan Yin to carry our good wishes out into the world to all who are suffering, to all who are struggling, and to allow there to be healing and wholeness wherever there needs to be healing and wholeness, to restore whatever has been broken or rent. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 I wouldn't know anything that I know if I didn't have really good teachers who helped to bring forward what tiny amount of potential Buddha nature that I have worked for 47 years to try to have. Let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Chögyam and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guan Shiyin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing everyone a great day of being the goddess on earth. You know, just what we do on Fridays. Have a good weekend, everybody.